Hey guys, welcome to another video. I hope you're all having a great day. This video is part of the How To Aquascape series. For people who are new to the channel, this is a series that I'm making for beginners who are completely new to the hobby, giving them sort of like a guide to setting up their own aquascape. So we already talked about equipment, the aquarium itself, CO2, but one thing that we haven't talked about yet is Hardscape. And I was kind of contemplating making this video because Hardscape is something very personal and I don't find myself very good at making good hardscapes. So I wasn't sure if I should make this video. So instead of going really in-depth in all the different styles like iwagumi and diorama, I'm just going to give you a few simple tips how you can create better hardscapes. So the first tip that I want to give you guys is to just practice. But this is something that's actually a bit tricky when it comes to aquascaping, because if you have one aquarium, then you make one scape and you fill it up, and then the next time you get to practice is when you take it down, and that's like in half a year or maybe even a year. So to be able to practice more, what we can do is we can make a simple scape box, and this can be made out of cardboard or a simple plywood. Just make a simple box and you fill it with some play sand, and there you can play around with your hardscape, your wood, your rocks. So in that way you still get to practice without having to redo your own aquarium. Second tip that I want to give you guys is to really take your time when building a hardscape. This is not something that can be rushed, and I know sometimes we are impatient, and as soon as we have the aquarium and we have all the equipment and stuff, we want to get it ready and fill it up as soon as possible. But if you take your time and every day you come back to it and you make a little adjustments, like over the course of a couple of days, your hardscape is going to improve a lot. Also, you can take pictures, and if you post a picture on, let's say, social media or Instagram and ask people for advice, they can also give you a different perspective and maybe make some more adjustments until you're really satisfied with the result. Right, next tip is work with uneven numbers and uneven sizes. So our hardscape, we want it to look as natural as possible. We don't want it to look like it was created by a person. So if you work with uneven numbers, it's much easier to achieve that kind of look. If you have 4 rocks that are all the same size and you place them in the aquarium, it can easily look fake, or like you notice that it was placed there. So always try to work with uneven numbers and also uneven sizes. Another tip to make your hardscape look more natural is to have a focal point and place that off center. Let's say if you have a really big rock, that's going to be your focal point. If you place that exactly in the middle of your aquarium, then you're going to basically divide your aquarium up into 2 sides, and that can look very unattractive and unnatural as well. So always try to put it a little bit off center. This creates a much more interesting look. Next tip that I want to give you guys is don't mix different kind of materials together. So right here I have a piece of quartz gray rock. So if I would mix this with dragon rock or dragon stone, this is going to look very fake and very unnatural, because these are 2 totally different colors and they totally different textures as well. So always try to go with one or the other. I think with wood it's a little bit different, like you can get away with it, but with rocks it's kind of a no-go. Another thing that is important for us to talk about is hardscape. They are natural products. Wood and rock, they're natural products. So they might have some, let's say, side effects. Wood might lead some tannins into the water, so it will make your water more brown, and rocks might alter your water parameters, making your water more hard as it's leaching some calcium into the water. So these are good things to know up front, so you can do some research on the internet. Some types of wood may grow some mold on them in the first few weeks. So these are important things to know and to take into the consideration when choosing a hardscape. One more thing that I want to talk about with you guys is when I just started aquascaping, I had a very small collection of hardscape. I think I had 2 pieces of wood, and I just had a couple of dragon stones. That was it. My first few scapes were created with those pieces. If you're really enjoying this hobby and you see yourself doing it for a longer time, then you need to grow your collection, I guess. So this is a tip that I got from actually George Farmer. He says that every time you go to a fish store or an aquascaping shop, just have a look at the hardscape collection and just buy 1 piece. Maybe you're not even setting up a new aquarium, but it doesn't matter. Just as long as you slowly over time you grow your collection of hardscape, then over time it becomes a lot easier to make beautiful hardscape because you have a nice collection of materials to choose from. Alright, that's it. Just a quick and simple video about hardscape. Like I said in the beginning, there is no wrong or right. It's something very personal. Create your own style of hardscape. Use my tips as a guideline, and just practice. Practice will makes perfect. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.